to say, ladies and gentlemen, that my next guest stole the show. The Tommy Tiernan Show on Saturday night last on RTE television is most definitely, as far as I'm concerned, the understatement of the year. Felicia Olusanya from Longford Town, along with her friend Tula McKay from Tullamore, were, for me anyway, a breath of fresh air when they appeared on the programme last Saturday night. I mean, social media went ballistic, and I mean that in the positive sense. And viewers were just, I suppose, uplifted by the infectious enthusiasm from the girls. And now I see RTE is under pressure to give them their own show. And I'm delighted to say that Felicia is with me on the line. And thank you for taking the call. By the way, how am I doing on the pronunciation there?
Hi, how are you? Felicia is the name.
Felicia. Excuse me. And it's great to have you on the show. Thank you for taking the call. So you've put Longford Town on the map. How are you coping with all the attention, may I ask?
I'm just kind of burying my head under my covers. I'm pretending it's not happening. But I think Longford does deserve the attention. We're not just a train stop, so I'm happy about that.
You were born in Nigeria, Felicia, but you and Mum, you moved to Longford in 2003 when you were 8 and, of course, educated in Longford and then in time moved on to Maynooth. Are you still based in Longford, may I ask?
No, I'm not currently based in Longford, but my family lives in Longford, so I still have familial ties to Longford and friends in Longford. So I do go back home every once in a while, but I'm currently based in Maynooth. Kind of stayed in the town and the area after the university, loving it.
Yeah. I mean, you saw an opportunity and you grabbed it, and good on you. Saturday night, I was actually watching the golf on the television and I got a text to say, quick, tune in, RTE1. There's a girl on from Longford and a girl on from Tullamore, and they're literally bringing the house down. So did you both beforehand say, come on, let's go for this?
I think we're both just really excited, really looking forward to meeting Tommy. And they also let us have some coffee before we got on stage. So, truthfully, I was slightly a bit more giddy than usual. But I think we just wanted to be ourselves and we just really wanted to have some fun. But additionally, I think RT didn't realize that these two best friends hadn't seen each other in over a month. And they let us into the same room at the same time. And so we turned the Tommy Tiernan Show into a slumber party, basically.
I mean, he himself was lost for words. He was blown away. And of course, he couldn't get a word in. And let me tell you, as an experienced interviewer myself, when that happens, you're thrilled. It means you're winning with the audience.
Oh, amazing. I think he must have been thrilled. It was a lot of fun. And I think one of my favorite things was the honor of making a comedian laugh.
Yeah, it was. It definitely was a wow moment. And of course, poetry is your thing, Felicia. And your poem, For Our Mothers, of course, will be part of the Leaving Cert curriculum next year. But you're doing a lot of things with your poetry. I know Tradfest is coming up on Wednesday for St. Patrick's Day. So is that going to be your thing now, poetry?
Actually, yeah. Poetry has been my thing for about 4 years now, and I think it's going steady. Me and poetry are in a long-term relationship at the moment, and I think I'm going to try and keep pushing the boundaries with what I can say with the art form and the people that I can reach with the art form. I think poetry has often been a niche kind of love for many people, and I'm hoping to bring it to the masses and that many people enjoy it outside of the curriculum also and outside of necessity.
And where does this love, this graw for poetry stem from? Where did it come from, may I ask?
Oh, it has many influences, I'd say. that I started with. But definitely one of them would be school, my primary school and my secondary school. Shout out to Man School Wera and St. Joseph's Longford. Just incredible schools and just incredible teachers. And one of my teachers, I always give her a shout out, Miss Fitzmaurice, who's now retired. And she was my 5th class teacher. She poured a lot of reading into me, a lot of books, and invested creatively in me. And you know, these are some of the returns, and I didn't realize those early investments would be so fruitful. So I'm really grateful for those moments. And I suppose Maynooth University gave me a platform to just get out there and use my voice and my poetry to do something. And after a few slams, I really got in there and got to represent Maynooth University in a competition, and it was up from there, I guess.
I'm not surprised to see this, Felicia. A call or two coming in this morning where Tommy at one stage during the programme made the point that he knows Longford Town very well. I'm paraphrasing him here. Listeners want me to repeat exactly what he said. I don't have the exact lines in front of me, but I remember the moment well. And I am paraphrasing him, and I hasten to add that here, where he said Longford Town, he knows it well, and it has its problems or something like that. And then he talked about him leaning more towards Offaly than Longford. That didn't go down well with some Longfordians, it has to be said.
I'm glad.
Why? Why do you say that?
Because, you know, oftentimes it is a bit of a joke, but, you know, I think we deserve a bit more respect than we usually get, and I think Longford is doing a great job, especially even with its arts. I know a lot of artists enjoy putting things on within Longford or, you know, sponsored by Longford. So it has a great reputation, and I suppose if they'd only give us a bit of a chance, that'd be better, you know.
Yeah. It's 9 times out of 10 when it's mentioned nowadays in the media, it gets bad press. But you changed all that on Saturday night. I mean that sincerely now, not patronising you in any way, and that people said, my word, wow. It was just one of those wow moments. I'm sure you've been inundated with calls, emails, requests from people like me to go on a radio show, TV shows. I mean, we're going to be hearing a lot more about you now, whether you like it or not.
Thank you.
You're going to enjoy it. You're going to enjoy it, no doubt about it. And of course, I must mention, Tolu, of course, is not only a very good friend of yours, but she's had a wonderful 6 months or 4 months, 3 months with the N17, hasn't she?
Yeah, absolutely. Tolu is incredible, and her singing voice is so beautiful, and I hope everybody gets to hear it. But also, just the success of the N17 was so exciting. Checking in with her over the phone and like, oh my God! And her releasing the song on Spotify, you know, and just enjoying and reveling in that success has been beautiful to watch. And to share that moment on Tommy Tiernan Show with her was so much fun and so exciting. I can't wait for what's more to come and how far we go together and separately. I'm excited about the journey.
All right. Well, it's all to look forward to, and good luck to you and Tolu as well. Pass on our best wishes to her. And of course, the youngsters who are probably busy studying at school this morning can look forward to seeing your poetry on the Leaving Cert curriculum next year and into 2022 and 2023 as well. And thank you for just giving us all a huge lift on Saturday night. And thank you for putting Longford Town and County Longford on the map for all the right reasons, Felicia. Thanks indeed.
Thank you.
Good morning to you. We'll leave it at that. That's now I better get it right here. Felicia Olusanya from Longford Town, who, along with her friend Tolu Mackay from Tullamore, stole the show last Saturday night on RTE television, the Tommy Tiernan Show, and as a result, both of them are the talk of the country. They were wonderful.